All right, we're looking here at some application questions or some word problems. Typically, they're going to be maximum and minimum, but I think there might be one that is not a maximum and minimum. So we'll look at that. Oh, that's why. The other one's an other word problem. Great. Okay. Well, anyways, we're going to do this. So we need to find in the very first example, and just to keep in mind, these are going to be, all four of these questions are going to be somewhat overwhelming. And so you might need to watch these videos a couple of times. Definitely do the practice homework. When you're doing all this, the more practice you can get, the better you'll understand this. So we're doing, the product is a minimum. So we're trying to find the minimum, which I don't even know if I can spell properly. Yeah. So two numbers is going to have a minimum. And so we're looking for two numbers and their product. So the product of two numbers, product means multiply. So we're going to have two numbers and we're going to have to label them something. So I'm going to say A times B. That's what we're after. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to find the minimum. Two numbers, A and B, that multiply and give us some sort of product, and we're hoping to minimize it. But look at how many letters there are. Usually when we solve things, x plus 2x squared equals 5, there's only one letter. But here we've got 3. So what we want to do is try to eliminate some letters. And there's usually a different formula buried in the problem. It says two numbers have a difference of 10. So if I take these two numbers and I subtract them, I will get a difference of 10. And what we can do with this is we can get one of the letters alone. So I come up with, first I came up with the formula, and now I'm going to get one of the letters alone. A is equal to B plus 10. And what we can do, now that we have that, is we can put that into our formula. P is equal to A. Now A is B plus 10. So I'm going to take A, I'm going to replace that with B plus 10. And then there's that B that gets carried down. So that A gets carried out to a B plus 10, and that B just gets carried down. And we can multiply this B in, B squared plus 10B. B squared plus 10B. Now we don't actually have a number here, so you could write plus 0 if you want. So we're getting into that x squared plus 10x plus something, so we can write that down to get the three things. That's if you wanted to do that. Whenever you have a quadratic, so this is a quadratic is the unit that we're in. Whenever you have an x squared function, you know what that looks like. It's going to look like that, or it can face down and look like that. They're going to have points, and those points are called the vertices. So these are the vertexes, the vertices. This is the vertex, and if you can tell on this one, it's a minimum because it's at the very bottom, and this one is a maximum. So because this has the x value or the b value, b squared, the number in front is a positive. That means it faces up. That means we're going to have, if we can find the vertex is the minimum. So the idea here is whenever you're, and we're going to just pull up a little bit, whenever you're finding a max and min, you're always trying to find the vertex. That is so important. That's the only thing you need to do. So we've got this product. We're going to try to find the vertex. So P equals half of 10 is 5 divided by the number in front. So again, we start with the square and b not x, but half of 10 is 5 divided by the number in front. Okay, it's just a 1, so it's going to be 5. Then you can do your foiling. You can FOIL b plus 5 times b plus 5, b squared, 5b, which is 10b plus 25. So you're at 25, but you need to get to 0. So we're going to subtract 25 in order to get to 0. So I'm going to minus 25 from this. That way I'll get something that matches. I need 0, and this gets me 0. So I'm going to erase this and just write down what my vertex is. My vertex is -5 and -25. Remember, you got to change the symbol on the inside. Now normally points are x comma y. That's how we write them, but that's usually when we have y equals x squared plus 10x plus 0, but I don't have a y here. My y is p, so my y must be p. And my x is b. Okay, so my x should be b. So my formula, this is my b and this is my p. So my b is -5. So my b value is -5. What is my a value? Remember, a minus b is 10. So a minus b got me 10. B was going to be, so a minus b is a -5 equals 10. So I have a plus 5 equals 10. Move the 5 over. By subtracting, a is equal to 5. And if you look at them, 5 times -5 is going to be -25. Sure enough, the product is -25. So I needed to find, and you can take a look at the notes, I needed to find two numbers that have a distance, they're separated by a distance of 10. In this case they are. See, the difference was 10. A minus b is 10. And the product was a minimum, and we got a minimum of -25. And we know it's a minimum because we found the vertex. So that is really, really complicated. And I don't expect you just to watch this video and fully understand it. So you're probably going to have to re-watch it, and you're going to have to take a look at the other questions that are on the worksheets, and I have the answer keys there for us to try. But I'm going to move on now. Actually, no, I'll probably just do another video for the next one.